Welcome to Every Dull Moment. This is Whetstone War. We're in Kitchen Stadium once again, and today we have an epic battle. We have two names that you know. One you might not have known you knew. We have NanoHone, the American Cadillac of Whetstones. You guys saw them last month in Whetstone Wars. They were the winner in that battle 200 over Sharpening. But today, NanoHone is back in the 400 weight class, you might call it, the 400 grit class. It's going up against the Bob Kramer stone. And I want to mention something about these Bob Kramer stones. Bob Kramer, when he had these made, these are Chaucera. And if you go looking on websites like sharpeningsupplies.com, the Naniwa professional stone is the Chaucera. So basically, this is a Naniwa stone. So you have a Naniwa stone that's been around for a long time, not one of the newer versions. This is definitely, I've had this stone from like 7 or 8 years. I mean, I definitely cut my teeth on this, versus the NanoHone. Now, the NanoHone really showed us performance last week in the Battle 200. So this week in Battle 400, we have, once again, two knives, identical, twins, brought to you by Tokushu Knife. These are 210 millimeter Gyuto by Mortataka. This is a Iwagami Super, excuse me, I'm sorry. It is an Iwagami Super. It is a Super Blue. And it's one of my favorite steels, if not my favorite steel. These knives have really seen a lot of battles, and we are going to put them through the test today. All right, so we have two knives that were competed in Battle 200 last week. After that battle, we went ahead. Could you guys hear the malfunction we have over here? So, camera down. So we went ahead after that battle, and we went ahead and equaled out both knives to make sure they were done on the same stone, so that way they were finished the same. Re-strop them so they're at equal points. Okay, so today we are going to get in this battle. Let's go ahead and get into the tail of the tape. So we already talked about where they're from. We have the Japanese versus the American. We have pretty much the same measurements, okay? So the same length. This one's 2 millimeters like thinner, and they're the same thickness. Okay, so all in all, but the price is not the same. If you were to try to get this Kramer with the glass back, it doesn't really matter if you get it on. And listen, the thickness of this right now is really worn away.
It's not new.
It's not new. I mean, like I said, I love this stone. Actually, it's lived a long time. I mean, it really has. So this particular stone right now, back then and now, it's $89. Can't find it cheaper. Even when you buy it as part of a set of 3 stones at like $300+ for the set. I mean, it's going to come out when we get a sink bridge and everything, it comes about $85, $89. So over here, the NanoHone, $65. Now, if you remember in the last battle, $65 was kind of steep. I mean, it was $10 higher than its competitor. Now, it's the one coming in $15 cheaper, if not $20 cheaper, if not $24 cheaper. So, man, I mean, this NanoHone / Chaucera / Bob Kramer, it's really going to have to outdo in the 400 class. I already think NanoHone has the advantage going into this battle. So the price being $20-something cheaper, all measurements being the same. Let's get into it. Okay, so
let's do our favorite part.
We are not dulling these knives this week.
What?
Here's the thing. The knives were left with a 200 grip edge. Okay? So, and then we went back after the battle last week and made sure both knives were finished on the same stone, the winner, to make sure that they were completely equal. So the knives are left at an angle of 200 grit. We are now going to get new burrs as if we're sharpening it for the first time. Okay? So we're going to start this week. We're going to let the NanoHone, it came in, started second last time. We're going to start this week. First over here. And the NanoHone 200, it sounded amazing. This sounds equally in loudness. It didn't get quieter because it was a 400. If anything, it might have been louder than last week. They're both wet. There's water all over them.
I see it now. So there is. Moving some metal though.
One side done. Always a tip for me. I want the tip super sharp. Seems like I'm protective of it, maybe. So like I said, I really did learn how to sharpen on the Bob Kramer. It's got a lot of slurry, but not a lot of load. Nothing is stuck per se. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clean that real fast. So we've done a burr on both sides. It has not been deburred. We're going to do edge leading strokes. That'll be another video I'm going to be doing, which is these two knives being sharpened on the same stone. I'm going to do one where I finish with edge leading, the other one I finish with edge trailing. Strop, see what we get difference in the edge.
I do think that's louder than the 200, which is weird.
My wife and I both agree that the 200 grit by NanoHone was actually quieter than the 400. Okay, so this has been edge trailing and edge leading on the 400. Cleaned, it has not been stropped in any way. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Again, both of these are splash and goes, so a little water and you're ready to go. I will tell you right off the bat, this feels glacier.
Yeah, you can hear it.
My concern would be, obviously, is it cutting equally fast? I mean, it cut, sick. The burr is like, it was so quiet, and yet it was there.
Yeah, that's
It did its job, and it kept its mouth shut.
Oh.
Okay, not kidding. That was faster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's noticeably faster. The burr is evident. Not even kidding you. So it goes to, like, you know, it was quieter. I would have told you it was glacier. I would have said that this one had a higher grit count, and this one's lower, which means it should have worked faster. This one worked faster. Okay, so we need edge leading strokes.
Sorry, we just got very excited.
I'm very excited. I mean, it's a big deficit being $24 more expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a professional sharpener, you save some money.
In time, yeah, for sure.
I mean, are you going to perform $24 better? But this is a 90-watt product. I mean, let's keep it real, folks. All right. Now, it's come up before about like using the best tester. I'm not opposed to that in the Whetstone Wars. The problem is you pick the wrong spot on the knife. If you don't sharpen it even, you pick the wrong spot, you get an off score. It's not like it's measuring the entire length of the blade. All right, so we have not stropped it. That is typically not something that we do. So we're going to go right now. Who performed better without stropping, with edge trailing, finish with edge leading? We have the NanoHone. I'm getting some catches here and there, but it could be on me. Could be on me. It was able to push. Able to push.
Tip's not quite right.
I'm gonna describe that a little differently than you've ever heard me on the show. It felt sticky going through the paper. Not sticky is not the right word. It felt thick. It felt like as it was going through the paper, it was like clinging to the paper. The knife's not wet. The paper's not wet. Normally things used to being a little bit lighter. Yeah, yeah. Okay, but we have not honed it. So we haven't honed it. We have not stropped it. Make sure we get the good side. I'm sorry. It's lighter. It's light to the touch.
Maybe it just took a chip out. It's like, yeah, I'll do that. Arts and crafts.
It did that a little bit better as well. Did it do it $24 better? Okay.
Blame your mess.
In the end of the day, I definitely want you guys to talk about this in the comments. Like, how much does price mean to you? Last week, we saw that NanoHone cost $10 more, and it still won. It outperformed. Because performance means a lot. This is $24. $24 is a lot, considering it's almost half of the, it's a lot. So, we'll start with the NanoHone. So remember, for those of you guys watching, these are very hard knives above Rockwell hardness of 61. The stropping angle is the same as the sharpening angle. I'm literally almost like the weight of my hand is on here. It literally, I'm just resting my hand. Okay, we've already made the edge. We're trying to just remove metal, the clinging. It's going to get gripped by the leather and the diamonds. The diamonds that are stuck on here, the diamonds are cutting away in little metal pieces, okay? So let's just make sure we give it the attention it deserves. Always alternating sides. And we leave that one down. I started on Bob Kramer stones, and not this set. I started on the Super Stones. It was a combo stone. My wife had gotten them for my birthday. I'd wanted to learn how to sharpen a knife. I only had the Shun Sora knife. Was very afraid. If you guys haven't heard my Kramer story, I'll put a link above. But Bob Kramer himself had spent the time and taught me how to sharpen the knives. I spent years actually learning and getting the touch on my own. Okay. So I'm going to reach over here and grab a tomato. Let's go back to the paper. Nano, up to bat. Definitely not as sticky as it was. Yeah, you can hear and feel some grit.
There's some catches.
Yeah, definitely some catches. We did the leather with the diamond. It just has a lightness to it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems airy. Okay.
I'm trying to do those S turns, you know.
I know.
It's not all made out to do that.
Okay.
All right. We still have the Kramer in the hand. I mean, that was like stupid. Did you guys see that for real? Like it just went like in.
Okay. Wipe them down. Love on your knife.
Knife love and maintenance, folks. Part of the knife ownership.
Not bad. Not quite as easy.
Don't forget we got less tomato. It weighs less. It's going right in. It's not having an issue.
Wipe them off.
Hold on. I just want to see what's possible.
Of course you do.
Okay. I have the winner in my head. So I'm explaining this to you. $24 cheaper. NanoHone's the winner. If we were going straight up on performance, we're talking about on a scale of 0 to 100. We got our 100 to 99, and over here we got our 97, 98. $24 cheaper. I mean, going in, I would have said point blank, Kramer's my boy, period. Can't side with your boy when your boy's charging a lot. $24 is $24. I mean, $10 is, last week I think $24. I'm sorry, it's $24. So hopefully, you guys sorted out. Tell me in your comments, is $24 significant to you? Because I need to know. Because in your heart, who came away the better performer? If Kramer's watching, if NanoHone's watching, performance.
Oh, definitely.
The Kramer performed. Who's the winner of today's battle based on all the criteria? Point blank. Pre-stropping, post-stropping, $24, size of stone, NanoHone wins. Because their price was good. And that's it. Definitely NanoHone is got some, it's figured it out. It was last week's winner, is this month's winner. It's going to go up against some heavy hitters pretty soon whose price points are coming down. So NanoHone's coming back with some other stuff. The real NanoHone, not the 7-8-year-old. That's a 7-8-year-old version, by the way. That's not even like the new NanoHone that has a lower price. So NanoHone, but anyway, the winner was determined. Whetstone Wars is over this month. We'll see you guys next month on this. As always, we see you Friday nights, 8 o'clock. Sometimes some nuggets on Tuesdays. This was not a dull moment. God bless you for coming in every week. Thank you so much. We'll see you then. We're out. drama, a little thing
We've
there.
got two, yeah.